Okay, Julie, focus. Hi there, I'm Julie Turner, julieturner.ca, and this video is not actually about focus today. Normally I come on and I do a card reading on Wednesdays, and I was going to do that, and then I realized I need to talk to you guys about freedom. So when I said this video isn't about focus, I guess they kind of all are about focus, because I come on once a week and yes, I use the cards often, but the whole point, just in case you've missed it, is so that you start to think about things that maybe otherwise you wouldn't think about. So today I want to talk to you about freedom. And this is a little bit self-serving. And the reason is freedom is a really important thing to me. Freedom as a word has always really stuck out for me. And it's something that at the end of my day, I reflect on every day and I think, how did I feel free today? And maybe how did I help others feel free? So that's why I want to talk to you guys about freedom today. Because at the end of the day, that is what I actually do, is I help you feel free. Now, if you've watched any of my videos or you watched me live on No BS Talk, first of all, No BS Talk, KNOW, BS Talk. A lot of people are like, oh, that's no bullshit. It's not. It's actually know or understand your belief systems. Understand what you're currently running your life off of. And again, that draws me back to freedom. So you can think about freedom in many different ways, and a lot of you right now are probably going, yeah, we don't have any freedom right now. And so there's a lot of rules that we're not used to in our society, and I don't want to talk about that for a change. I truly don't want to talk about that. I want to depart that and talk about true freedom and what gets in the way of your true freedom. And you don't need any extra rules from society or our government or anybody else to get in the way of your own freedom. So some things in my past that have gotten in the way of my personal freedom, because of course I can only speak of myself and I'll throw the odd client in there as well. Things that have gotten in the past for me is my belief systems around needing to be liked, about needing to be palatable by the general public. And the fact is that is one of the biggest issues that we all run into, is we don't want to say the wrong thing. We don't want to do the wrong thing. We don't want to be presented the wrong way. And in doing that, we limit our own freedom. I want you to know that you are exactly who you are meant to be right here and now. I keep getting messages. I apologize. I'm going to try and get rid of that. You are exactly who you are meant to be right here and now. And not once you've done a course, and not once you've figured out your life. You need to be free right now. So what are some other things that get in the way? One of the big things that I like to talk about are labels. So labels are a huge problem for us. When I work with clients, and here, I'll use a client story on this one. When I work with clients, I often ask them to describe themselves in 3 words. 3 words that describe themselves. And people have all kinds of things. Some are positive, some are negative. So, and of course, they can all be one or the other, depending on the situation. But they'll throw out words like procrastinator, or perfectionist, or driven, or happy, or funny, or whatever word that client chooses to use that day. And then I stop for a second and I'm like, do you want to hear my descriptive words? I'm like, sure. And then I describe myself right here and now. So today I'm 5'2", and I have blonde hair, and I'm female. And those things are generally always true. I suppose with heels I'm a little bit taller, and sometimes my hair is not always all blonde. But that is a description. Everything else is a judgment. And we spend our lives judging ourselves, and we don't even realize it. We think that by saying that we are funny, that's not a judgment. It's, we are funny. Except, are you funny 24/7? What happens when you're not having a day when you're funny? Do you feel compelled to be funny anyways? And then does your humor maybe not sit well with you, or maybe it doesn't sit well with others? Exactly. because you're not being completely yourself. You're not free to be completely yourself in that moment because you've labeled yourself as funny. Another word that often gets in the way, and this is a client story. So I asked this client, and one of the words that they came up with was driven. And I said, how often does that get in your way? And they said, every Sunday when I'm trying to relax and just maybe watch some TV or maybe enjoy the family, I feel this compulsion to go do stuff because I have taken on the identity that I'm driven. Can you see how that will get in the way of your freedom? Can you see how that would not allow you to actually be who you are in that very moment? And that's the kind of freedom I'm talking about. I'm not talking about freedom if you can cross the border or not. I'm talking about freedom within yourself. A situation that recently happened to me that was like very enlightening was because, I've done a lot of work and I see myself as fairly well educated in this area. And I was out somewhere and somebody was making me a meal. And they acknowledged something that I don't normally eat and don't like to eat, but they said they were making it anyways. And was that okay with me? And in my head, I'm like, no, you just acknowledged that that's not what I normally do. Why would it be okay with me? But what I said was, of course, that's totally fine. And the fact is that I actually don't feel good when I eat that thing. But I was literally willing to make myself feel ill so that I didn't upset that other person. That is not freedom, people. That is not freedom. How many times in your life have you labeled yourself and had that gotten in the way? How many times in your life have you not said what your entire being was screaming at you to say because you didn't want to upset anybody or you didn't want to be seen as strange, whatever your personal poison is? So today, it's about freedom. And I want you to truly, truly consider how you can be free, just a little bit more free within your own mind, in your own heart, within your own soul today. And if you need support with that, julieturner.ca. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much and enjoy your day.